여러분.
This is how we do when my homies go.
You're listening to Gecko Radio, Jeju Morning Alternative. Good morning, Jeju. Good morning to you, and good morning to the GEC. I'm your host, Marcos Che, broadcasting live from the Global Education City, also known as the GEC. And actually, I would say the biggest thing that everyone around the GEC is collectively waiting for lately is KFC in Global Edu Row. Yes. There's this KFC that's gonna open up, and it was it had this banner that I think it was gonna open up yesterday, but we just kept driving by and we're like, we don't think that's gonna happen. And then other people have said it's supposed to open today, so we shall see, man. We shall see. But that's the big news around town. I'm just a little bit worried about the location, the where it is. If you're very familiar with the GC, there's a big roundabout near the Global Edu Row, and there's not a lot of space there. And the parking lot that they made for the KFC is like 8 car, so I feel like that's gonna fill up real quick. I'm just worried about all the commuters. For me, I mean, during rush hour, I'm staying here within, because I got to do this radio show. But I'm just worried about all the parents driving to the schools. If that road is going to be super clogged up, we shall see. Okay, Ben in the house, what's going on, brother? All right, Jesus Love Trey, good morning. Pablo, hey, good morning, man. You showed up at the beginning. Good morning, everybody. Yes. So we shall see. When they open up, we're gonna make sure we put it on blast and we show plenty of photos. Yes. My question is for you guys. Good morning, Chrissy. What is what was, or maybe still is, but what was your favorite fast food growing up? Your favorite fast food, or maybe you were super health conscious, and you didn't eat fast food, which is good for you. But yeah. What is your favorite fast food growing up? Okay, just really curious about that. Now, today's show is a little different from our usual Gecko Radio lineup, and that's because it is our Verito Good Morning, and that's because it is our Thursday Artist Spotlight. And who are we going to talk about today? It is this gentleman right here. This is Crimson Client, aka C.Cle, okay? And C.Cle is a Jeju-rooted Korean rapper and one of Korea's distinctive G-funk artists, known for blending West Coast hip-hop influences with stories about Jeju everyday life and his own experiences. And he also performs as the rapper of the hip-hop band Dish Crimson. Very cool, okay? I'm talking about fast food. So, any of the chains, whether it's KFC, whether it's, McDonald's, or whether it's, Burger King, anything like that. Wendy's, although Wendy's, they're not looking so good. Or maybe you're in the West Coast, you do Five Guys if you're super privileged. I wish I grew up with Five Guys. Okay. So yes, we are talking about this gentleman right here, Crimson Client, all day. We're playing his music all day. So it's going to be West Coast. It's going to be West Coast style, hip hop style all day. So we're going to be taking a break from the rock scene and the alternative and the indie rock scene that we typically play. And we're going harder into the rap in the hip hop. Okay. So what are we doing today? First, we're going to check out Jeju weather, then question of the day, then your hint of the question of the day is bug. Okay, bug. And then after that, Jeju morning news briefing, what's going down in the GEC, and then it's today's artist spotlight. But we're sprinkling artist spotlight throughout the day today, and then we're going to really showcase C.Cle here in that segment. All right, now we are going to first start the show with the song Lowrider. In preparation for today's episode, we asked C.Cle to pick a few songs that best represent who he is as an artist, okay? And he recommended to anyone discovering his music for the first time. And the first one he chose is Lowrider, the title track from his first full-length album released in 2019. And here it is here. Lowrider, as in, the Lowrider bicycles, I think. If you want to understand C.Cle, this is a pretty perfect place to begin. Musically, it sits right in his wheelhouse, that laid-back, West Coast-inspired G-funk sound, but the idea behind the song goes much deeper than just the style. Lowrider is really C.Cle's celebration of living life at his own pace. He raps about growing up in the countryside because he's from Jeju, okay? Discovering hip-hop, carrying Jeju with him wherever he goes, and trying to put his own surroundings, interests, and musical taste into his voice, rather than simply following whatever happens to be trendy. And that's what feels very C.Cle, proudly Jeju, proudly West Side, deeply influenced by hip-hop, but determined to sound like nobody but himself. So, our first introduction to the world of C.Cle for today's Artist Spotlight is Lowrider. So let's enjoy. And did I put the actual song in? I don't see it on here. Wow. Okay. Give me a second here. Of all the songs to start with, I have every other song in here except for Lowrider. Okay, here we go. Did I download it? I did not. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, I do have it. Okay, here we go. This is Lowrider. And then we will get back with the question of the day and the opening remarks. Let's get it.
I'm born as a lowrider. 낮아질수록 I'm going higher. Dynamite 심지에 on fire. 항상 미쳐있는 니체가 내 ghostwriter.
Yes.
10 years later, 20 years later 변하지 않아 날 바꾼 음악 from teenager 항상 teenager westside 빛내지 여든 경험을 끄집어내서 let him shine 힙합을 통해서 배웠지 나 같은 countryside 촌놈 도망갈지다는 것을 알아 제주 vibe 나의 관심사 자란 환경 음악 창을 어떻게 하면 목소리에 녹여낼까 That's my rhymes 빡세지만 빠르지 않은 삶 도시에서 맡은 바닷바람 trendy한 힙합 but I'm not 너는 너 나는 나 westside 질러 I'm born as a lowrider 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 I'm sucker for love 콩깍지 단단히 쳤어 내 눈엔 안개가 운명과 배는 살이 꼈어 목소리에 날이 섰어 I got a problem what's good 온몸에 문신들로 난리 없어 내가 바라보는 세상은 흐리지만 향기는 꿰세
All right, we are back. I apologize for that. We did get a warning for the flag for the copyright issue. That does happen sometimes with C.Cle's music. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to check if it was all clean and ready to go. So my apologies, C.Cle, that we had to cut that short. But yes, welcome back, everybody. I think we'll be good for the rest of the. I think they pretty much they flag us for the actual music videos, but not for the songs. So next time we'll just make sure to put up songs. I am checking out here. I asked you guys in the morning, hey, like, what are some of the best fast food places that you grew up with? And Ben says, hey, for me, it's McDonald's or Burger King, Big Mac for McDonald's or Cheese Whopper, preferably for BK. Chrissy says in 1984, Wendy's first store opened in Gwanghwamun. I can't forget the Wendy's I tasted back then. That's very interesting, Wendy's. Yeah, I actually I love Wendy's as well. Unfortunately, Wendy's is kind of shutting down across the country. I do believe in the States, that is. Wow, Christy's coming back with more history. After that, McDonald's first opened in Apgujeong-dong in 1988. I wonder if that was just in time for the 1988 Olympics, huh? Pumpernickel in Argentina sadly is closed a long time ago, but Mostaza is a local fast food chain. Oh my goodness, I want to try both of them. Very nice. Yes. And says DMCA strike incoming. That's right. Yeah. We should be good for the rest of the show, but sometimes that does happen. So there we go. Yes, Mostaza or Beto's Lomos. I kind of want to look that up now. I'm really curious about that. Very nice. Favorite from JY is Popeyes and Daejeon. Very nice. A shame a lot of them are gone now. Pulperia Nick existed when there was no McDonald's around. I got it. Okay. I gotcha. Pumpernick, that is. Gotcha. That's nice. That's a cool name too. Yeah, me growing up, I think it was just generally McDonald's that I grew up with, and my family tried to be pretty health conscious, so we can only really eat it when we're traveling, we're doing road trips. But there's nothing more inviting, and they knew what they were doing when you're just driving along, and my I guess my dog wants a cheeseburger too. That's why she's barking so much. But you're just a little kid and you're in the car and you're just like, "Mom, I'm hungry." And then you just see the two golden arches like slowly come over, and like their sign is like 4 or 5 stories tall or something like that. Yes. But yes, welcome back to Gecko Radio Jeju Morning Alternative. It is Thursday, August 27th, and you're listening to episode 89. However, your Thursday morning is going. If you're half awake already on the road or getting flagged for copyright strikes, we're glad you're here. You're listening to Gecko Radio. Yes, it's Jeju's all English morning show. I think it's the only one they got, man, with local stories, weather, events, useful information, trivia, and music you need to start the day. I'm Mark, better known online as at Makia, but I don't really put a lot of stuff on. I also have another program. I have another profile called Henya Husband. I don't really do too much there because I'm really busy with Gecko Radio. Please tune into that because we put a lot of cool clips on there. And also, please like and subscribe and hit that notification button because it lets you know when we are live. Also, please follow the writer Jeju Jade, who's super cool. She's a Henya. She's an MC. She's an author. She's a comedian. She's a lot of stuff. She's a lot. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Let's get into the question of the day. Let's do it.
It's the Gecko question of the day. It's the Gecko question of the day. Question of the day. It's the Gecko question of the day.
Yeah. All right, this one there's actually like a little news story behind this, so that's why we're talking about it. Warning for those who do not like creepy crawlies. I grew up with bugs. I grew up camping. I love bugs, actually. But unfortunately, I'm not a fan of destructive ones, so that's what we're talking about today. The question is, which insect native to parts of East Asia is known for its striking spotted wings and bright red hind wings, but is also considered a serious agricultural pest because it feeds on a wide variety of trees and crops, okay? All right, once again, which insect native to parts of East Asia, also known for its striking spotted wings and bright hind wings, it's also considered a serious agricultural pest because it feeds on a wide variety of trees and crops? Is it the spotted or shantung butterfly, the brown marmorated stink bug, Asian longhorn beetle, or the emerald ash borer? We also have the pictures here, and I realize that's like a huge spoiler, okay? But hey, it's about learning, okay? Once again, which insect is known as a serious agricultural pest because it feeds on a wide variety of trees and crops? Yeah, when they get out of control, it's bad, okay? And in fact, I told JY after reading the script, I'm like, I know about this because they are starting to invade the U.S., starting with my home state, Pennsylvania, and they are just messing everything up over there on the East Coast, but I think they're making their way west, okay? Is it the shantung or spotted lanternfly, the brown marmorated stink bug, the Asian longhorn beetle, or the emerald ash borer? And all four of these actually feast on trees and vegetables and plants. And so if any of them are out of control, it's bad. But this one in particular is a big problem. Okay, so I'm going to put that into the chat. Go ahead and shoot your shot, get some cool points. All right. Now, our next song of the day, okay? Once again, today's artist spotlight, and we are featuring C.Cle, hip hop artist C.Cle. It feels absolutely perfect for the summer day in Jeju. It's called Moong, or Lazy, with like how many? I think that's like 8 Z's. And the whole song is about wanting to be completely to switch off, man, to lie on the beach, look out at the ocean, have a cold beer, and maybe a Corona, and just for a while have absolutely nothing to worry about. Even with all the troubles waiting in real life, today the weather is just too good to let them in. I don't know about today. Today's too hot, but you know what I mean. Okay, this one is for those days and for those folks you just want to stare blankly at the sea, empty your mind, and do absolutely nothing as intensely as possible. Okay, this is C.Cle with Moong, aka Lazy, with 8 Z's.
강남 생각 없이 해변에 누워서 시원한 맥주 한잔하고 싶어 for real 강남 걱정 없이 바다를 보면서 이래니까 뻥 때리고 싶어 for real It coming like woo Please tell me you got nothing to real about it It coming like woo 멈춰줘요 내 곁에 Lot of troubles on my way 가시밭길 on my way 오늘은 이 길을 따라래 날씨가 넘쳐둔 방안을 탓하긴 For real 파도가 설레는 바다로 rush 변해고 멍 때려 like rush 지금이 무답처럼 Thurs 오늘은 네 생각 아픔 가난 따위가 미친 범하지 못하는 날씨 완벽해도 없이 Lot of troubles in my life I've been through the blue light sky Baby tell me it's alright Whoa. 강남 생각 없이 해변에 누워서 시원한 맥주 한잔하고 싶어 for real 강남 걱정 없이 바다를 보면서 이래니까 뻥 때리고 싶어 for real It coming like woo Please tell me you got nothing to real about it It coming like woo 멈춰줘요 내 곁에 난 아무 생각이 없어 왜냐면 지금 아무 생각이 없기 때문이야 내 입술에서 나오는 아무 말도 자칫 무럭무럭 자라나무 밸런스를 지켜왜 놀라 홍수 도는 가뭄 이미 아무것도 안 하고 있지만 더 경을하고 적극적으로 아무것도 안 하고 싶어 Carpe diem 나에겐 거의 다 담겨있지 널 대해 오늘은 넌 떠오르지 않을 거야 절대로 너가 생각나지 않을 거야 아마도 너를 피울 수 있을지도 어쩌면 또 너 얘기를 해버렸네 역시나 날씨가 좋을 때 내 아픔과 고통 따위 무시한 채 기분이 좋아 I appreciate that I live 차가운 바다도 차가운 beer
It takes so long to get back home.
강남 생각 없이 해변에 누워서 시원한 맥주 한잔하고 싶어 for real 강남 걱정 없이 바다를 보면서 이래니까 뻥 때리고 싶어 for real It coming like woo Please tell me you got nothing to real about it It coming like woo 멈춰줘요 내 곁에
What's the weather like in Jeju? We're gonna tell you what to do if it's sunny or rainy or calm and typhoons. What's the weather like in Jeju?
What's the weather like in Jeju? Doop 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 doop. A kind of funny story about that. During these breaks, JY's mother says, "JY, you have sung during one of these things, right?" And she's like, "No, Mark has done every little singing jingle, so I don't know where I'm trying to figure out which one." Jung Yoon's mother thinks that I sing on because I'm hitting all the I'm hitting all the what's the weather like in Jeju? You know, I'm trying to hit all the high notes too. That's all me, baby. That's all me. JY, don't take any of that credit. All right, so let's look up at the weather around the island for Thursday, August 27th. Is it really Thursday? Oh my goodness. Okay. We're starting the day with plenty of clouds and some scattered rain around the island. That I'll take. I'm okay with some scattered rain. The rain should be mostly clear by late morning or around lunchtime, with brighter skies developing during the afternoon. Even after the rain stops, it's going to remain very hot and humid. Okay, so over in the west side in Daejeong and around the GEC where we are, expect a cloudy and muggy morning with the possibility of a passing shower. Temperatures are starting at around 27 to 28 degrees and should climb to roughly 30 or 31 this afternoon. Easterly winds may also become more noticeable as the day goes on. Now, if we head up north to Jeju City, there may be some rain during the afternoon, during the morning rather, before conditions gradually brighten. Temperatures should rise from around 28 degrees to approximately 31 or 32, and the humidity will make it feel a few degrees hotter. Down in Seogwipo, that's south, expect a cloudy and humid start with occasional rain possible through the morning. The afternoon should become drier, with temperatures reaching around 30 or 31 degrees. It will still feel very muggy, even with the coastal breeze. And over in Seongsan and the east side, it will also begin cloudy with a chance of morning rain. Temperatures should reach around 30 or 31 degrees with increasingly breezy conditions near the coast. The sea is another thing to watch today. Interesting. Waves are expected to become increasingly rough around Jeju's waters, especially later in the day. So take extra care near beaches, rocks, and coastal roads. So the big picture for Thursday, cloudy with some morning rain, followed by brighter but is still extremely hot and humid conditions this afternoon. Keep an umbrella nearby this morning. Stay hydrated throughout the day and be cautious around the coast. Ben! Okay, where's Ben? Here we go. Breezy and AWOL. But it's also because of those pesky rain clouds. Expected rain in the afternoon. Be cautious. Yes, watch the roads. The roads actually get pretty dangerous in the beginning of the rainfall because it releases all those oils from the actual pavement, from the actual the blacktop, and that actually gets a little slippery. Okay, Sherry says cloudy with a chance of me. You know, I have not seen that movie all the way through. That's one that I just skipped right by me. I should watch it though. Sherry says weather in Cbus metro area sunny, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is nice. 61 degrees. Humidity, not bad. Low UV index. Wow, that's also almost an uncomfortable heat, but I refuse to turn on the AC. Yeah. I still think that's all right. And good for you for not turning on the AC. That really saps the power, doesn't it, you guys? Okay. Now, once again, we're doing C.Cle all day, okay? Because today is Thursday Artist Spotlight, and he is Jeju born and raised hip hop artist. And this one is called Take It Slow from Dish Crimson. The band C.Cle is a member of, okay? And this one captures a very specific kind of excitement, arriving early for a date and happily waiting for the person you love to show up. Wow. Oh, that's so cute. Instead of getting impatient, C.Cle walks around the neighborhood, checks out the restaurants, pubs, little alleys, and shops, and even starts writing a song while he waits. Oh, it's so sweet, laid back, and full of that anticipation before seeing someone you really like. Don't get stood up, though. Right? Then he's going to write a completely different song. Okay. Let's do it. Let's listen to Take It Slow by C.Cle, and we're going to get back to the answer of the question of the day. Let's get it. Take It Slow, C.Cle.
Baby I can wait 좀 늦어도 돼요 I can feel it coming 서두르지 말고 Take it slow, slow, slow Take it slow, slow, slow Baby I can wait 좀 늦어도 돼요 너를 위한 노래를 쓰고 있을 테니 Take it slow, slow, slow Take it slow, slow, slow 좀 늦어도 되니까 take it slow, yeah 나 걷는 거 좋아하는 걸 알잖아 그래서 조금 일찍 나왔어 날씨가 좋았어 Made it feel 바닷속 가사를 적어 놓으려고 Let me check 이 동네 분위기를 네가 오기 전에 써야 돼 좋은 시를 구글 맵은 아무래도 한계가 있어 두 눈에 미리 담을 필요가 있어 필름처럼 이 동네 맛집부터 분위기 죽이는 펍 고향에 부시는 힙한 골목길까지 다 반해지 이쁜 액세서리 퍼시는 눈이 후촉 사장님까지 다 밀위 내 편으로 만들어야지 우릴 영원하게 해야지 Baby I can wait 좀 늦어도 돼요 I can feel it coming 서두르지 말고 Take it slow, slow, slow Take it slow, slow, slow Baby I can wait 좀 늦어도 돼요 너를 위한 노래를 쓰고 있을 테니 Take it slow, slow, slow Take it slow, slow, slow 좀 더 늦어도 돼 여유롭게 기다릴게 You pretty boy, I'm Remy Clapton 너 위한 노래를 만들고 있으면 돼넌 그냥 내 옆에 있으면 돼내 노래 주인공 되주면 돼 Baby please be my lady, oh yeah Yeah, take it slow 참 좋은 날씨야 Such a beautiful day yeah. 널 기다리는 동안 좋은 기분 덕분에 좋은 노래가 나고 있어 요즘 매일매일 영감들이 되지 everything Around me Oh yeah
널 기다리는 설렘 I like it 좋아 그 떨림 I can write something about Maybe I can wait 좀 늦어도 돼요 I can feel it coming 서두르지 말고 take it slow 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 Take it slow 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 Baby I can wait 좀 늦어도 돼요 너를 위한 노래를 쓰고 있을 테니 Take it slow 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 Take it slow slow slow
Me, Lord, you are listening to Gecko Radio in the morning.
That's right, Gecko Radio in the morning. That's right. Okay, checking out the comments here. Ben asks, hey, well, first, Housey in the house. What's going up, fellow Gecko? He says, fellow geckos, plural, that is. Housey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Ben asks, hey, do you have any plans for guests in real life? IRL. I want to do a radio. Yeah, and it sounds so fun. Actually, other artists, even artists from Wednesday Off, they're like, yo, you guys, you should have us on, man. And I'm like, I would. The thing is, our studio is just in this tiny little office in our house. And we have the dogs here and stuff. So I'm thinking like, that would be the next step. I think if we move and we actually get an actual studio room where it's very quite separate from the rest of the craziness of our house. Yeah, I would love to have guests come in and then we sit and we talk if they're willing to wake up in the morning. You know what I mean? Because this is 7 a.m. In the morning. But yes, if they want to come in live that early, that'd be great. I'd be happy to have them. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. Sherry says that song is apropos for anyone dating anywhere. I swear. Somebody has peed in the dating pool. I've never heard that before in the States because folks be crazy nowadays. Just happy to watch 90s movies and orders in some new. I feel like other people would like to do that too. You know what I mean? That's the original Netflix and chill, right? Yes. So very nice. Okay. So guys, let's get in. There's been a lot of chit chat about the question of the day. So let's look at it one more time. Here's the picture. Okay. Which insect is known for its striking spotted wings and bright red hind wings? The image is the giveaway here, but is also considered a serious agricultural pest because it feeds on a wide variety of trees and crops. Is it the spotted lanternfly, the brown marmorated stink bug, the Asian longhorn beetle, or the emerald ash borer? And all four of these eat vegetables and trees and stuff like that, but one is particularly out of control. Okay, and I believe, let's see, I think points will be going to Verito and Pablo and Ben and Chrissy because the answer is spotted lanternfly. Ding, 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 ding. Spotted lanternfly it is. Yes. Okay. Now, it is the spotted lanternfly, aka the Shantung lanternfly, or the Sangdung nalge memichong. Wow. Okay. So they call it a mimi, but it's not really a mimi. It's not really a cicada. Okay. Now we take a look at here. This insect is very interesting. It's also got kind of a crazy life cycle here. So take a look at this. This is the many stages of the spotted lanternfly. The top left is the youngest nymph. Okay. And then the top right corner, that's the juvenile. We call that a nymph. Okay. Which is kind of the juvenile stage. And then it starts growing these wings. And then finally we have the spotted lanternfly on the lower right corner, and they're about like this size. They're not terribly big, and they're quite cool to look at. They're quite beautiful. The top right one, it's really neat. And it like hops around. It's very striking. Like you can see it. The first time I was in Korea, I saw one of those immediately. I'm like, that is a cool bug, but not did I realize that actually that's just the juvenile stage of the adult spotted lanternfly. Now, unfortunately, the reason why we're talking about it today is if you can see this lower right. Now, let me bring this up, bring this in, blow this up here. Okay, look at that. I didn't realize that they lay their eggs inside of the actual branches there. You can see that, okay? It's a growing concern right here in Jeju. Now, they've been in Korea for a long time, but according to News Jeju, Jeju's Agricultural Research and Extension Services says the pest range on the island is continuing to expand. The Shangtung, or the spotted lanternfly, was first spotted in 2017 in a non-agricultural area of Hallin. Okay, now I have spotted this insect much earlier than that on the mainland, for sure. Okay, I remember seeing it back in like 2010, so it's kind of surprising for it to wait so long along in 2017. By 2019, damage had been confirmed at an environmentally friendly citrus orchard, and for several years, most sightings were concentrated in western Jeju. But now they're turning up farther across inland, including Doryeon-dong in Jeju and Tobyong-dong in Seogwipo, raising concerns that the insect is becoming much more widely established. Now, why are farmers worried? Well, I'll show you why they're worried, okay? Because this insect has also invaded the United States of America. I was on Reddit randomly. This was many years ago, and I first saw I saw this insect here, and people on Reddit were like, "Do you know what this bug is? It's really cool. I've never seen it before." I was like, "Oh no," because we've had it in Korea for a long time. So for whatever reason, they have now, maybe through shipments or something like that, probably shipments, they have been accidentally introduced and are now severely invasive in the United States. And because they don't really have a lot of natural predators, they are wreaking havoc on the United States ecosystem. Because take a look at this. Here's an image here of the nymphs ravaging this tree, and what they do is they actually suck the juices out of the tree. And this one's going to give you the heebie-jeebies. All those are adult spotted lanternflies there, and they will just suck a massive tree dry. So there you go. But going back to the article here, yes, there you go. Both young insects, I'm going to leave those pictures up then. Bang, bang. Okay. They suck the sap from the plants, which can interfere with their growth. And their waste can also lead to sooty mold developing on the trees, while adult females actually cut into branches and leaf veins to lay their eggs. Okay. Yes. So it just makes the trees like really weak. Okay. Weak to disease, to fungus, because it sucks all those juices out. It's not just citrus. The pest is known to attack a wide variety of plants and crops, including apples, blueberries, and peaches. Fortunately, officials say the overall damage in Jeju is still relatively minor, but problems have already been found in some poorly managed orchards, okay? Jeju agricultural officials are now asking farmers to keep a close eye on their orchards, recommend measures using yellow sticky traps about 1.5 meters above the ground. So it's not such great news for Jeju fruit growers. Also, I'm going to show this image to our international folks. If you are in Ohio, if you are in Argentina, if you are in Brazil, okay, look out for this insect. It's very distinctive, okay, especially the top right, juvenile stage of the top right, okay. If you see that bug, I think you should locate your wildlife authorities immediately. If you see this insect, it's not supposed to be there, and it's going to cause a lot of trouble. Right now in Pennsylvania, in the Northeast regions in the United States, please, Sherry, let me know about Ohio's, if they've reached Ohio, okay? It's a kill on sight. They just tell you to kill them straight up, okay? Because they're and they usually don't do that. They don't say just don't start killing insects, but they tell you to kill on sight because they are out of control. So if you do see this insect, I'm talking to you, Farito, and Pablo, and also down in Brazil with Halsey. If you see this insect, notify your authorities right away. They are not supposed to be there, and they are a problem to the natural ecosystem. So do watch out, okay? So keep that in your mind. Spotted lanternfly, also known as the shangtung butterfly, okay? They're not the butterfly, the lanternfly. Apologies, because it looks like a paper lantern. That's why they call it the lanternfly, because they say kind of like with the lights underneath. It doesn't have lights, but the colors and also the wings in the front, it looks like a lantern. So not a butterfly, it is a lantern fly. Okay, there you go. All right, we are getting back to Artist Spotlight. This is a newest officially released track, Her, okay? And it's about when you fall for someone and it might be dangerous, but you already gone way too far to stop it. C.Cle describes it like a moth flying towards a flame. We talked about lanternfly, but now we're talking about moth. Your brain sees all the warning signs, but your heart, your body, and maybe even your cells have already made the decision for you. Suddenly, your whole day revolves around this person. Oh no, checking their stories, liking everything, wanting to know what they listen to, how they, okay, now you should be careful. Don't get too obsessive here, guys. All right. But yes, I mean, when you fall in hard, yes, a little inside thing. That's what JY did before she met me. She was stalking all my stuff. Okay, let's get into it. This is Her by C.Cle, and we're going to get back with the news.
What?
I get in trouble 위험해 사랑에 빠지는 건 저주 또는 선물 야수 like a ball But love is poison I can't no 빠질 수밖에 right
My honey, would you die for me?
You already know I'm falling
애매한테도 I don't need
You drive me crazy 언제 처음에 널 봤을 때부터 범패 범상치 않은 몸짓 넌 제멋대로 춤을 췄지 화장기 옅은 얼굴 한 고집해 보이는 입술 괴미한 패션까지 마치 차가운 도시 안의 기종 신비로워 I never seen it before MBTI 측정 불가능한 멸연일지도 너에게 다가가는 건 위험한 짓일지도 그런데 어느새 너 재봐줘 버렸네 너 향기 목소리 두둠치 댄스까지 계속 맴돌아
This just in. Jeju Morning News Briefing. Man, I apologize, guys. We got flagged for that one too, but we've been playing that song forever. That's the one I was 100% safe that we'd have been totally fine on. But yeah, we got flagged for that one too, man. Bummer. Okay, we'll just have to play the regular tracks to C.Cle. I guess they're really cracking down. If it's on his private YouTube channel, I'm going to ask him to whitelist us. So there we go. But guys, let's get into the news here. And unfortunately, we're going to get pretty serious because it starts with this story that we've been talking around for quite some time here. Okay, we begin with another major development in the Jeju missing person investigation we've been following this week. According to Yonhap News, investigators are now trying to determine why the serving officer falsely closed at least 2 missing person cases. And I have the image here of the officer being arrested. As new details suggest, there are no obvious benefit, performance incentive, or major workload reduction for doing so. The officer, identified as Officer A, remains in custody and is reportedly denying these allegations. Okay, now, to fill you in, if you haven't been following major news in the country, the first case involved 37-year-old Jang Mi-ran, who disappeared after leaving her accommodation in Jeju on May 12th. Her boyfriend reported her missing 3 days later on May 15th. Police began searching around Hallenport, where her phone had been located. But just around 2.5 hours after the report was filed, Officer A, as we see her, allegedly told the boyfriend that police had contacted Jang and that she was safe but did not want her location disclosed. That was not true. The search was stopped, and investigators said the officer then went into the police missing person profiling system and deleted Jang's case from the active management list, selecting a code normally used for a traffic accident casualty in order to remove the record. Jang's presumed remains were eventually discovered on August 24th, 104 days after she had disappeared. Here is the location of where she was discovered, sadly. Okay, let's move this here. It is in the upper left. Okay. Investigators also uncovered strikingly similar actions into another missing person case involving a man in his 60s. That report was filed on July 2nd. About 5.5 hours later, Officer A allegedly closed that case as well, entering the reason as person located. Even more unusually, the officer reportedly entered a phone number into the police system, claiming that he had spoken directly with the missing man. Investigators later found that the number had nothing to do with the missing person, and police have found no phone records showing that Officer A, actually spoke with either of the 2 missing people. The man in his 60s was ultimately found dead 55 days after he disappeared. So the central question is this: why? Police have say solving a missing person case does not count toward an officer's individual performance record, and keeping a case open would not necessarily have left Officer A with substantially more work. When shifts change, unresolved cases are handed over and shared among the team. Other Jeju police officers interviewed by Yonhap have reportedly described the behavior as extremely difficult to understand. One possibility being considered is that the officer may initially have assumed the cases involved adults who simply return on their own, and after falsely closing one case without immediate consequences, they just kept on doing it, okay? But police emphasize that this is only a possibility at this stage. Investigators are now focusing heavily on determining the actual motive. Meanwhile, the Jeju provincial government is asking the public to be cautious about another issue surrounding the cases: unverified rumors and speculation spreading online. We talked about this yesterday. In a statement today, Jeju province expressed concern that some media experts and reports and social media posts have included unconfirmed claims or exaggerated interpretations, saying that these could unnecessarily increase anxiety among residents and visitors. The province asked people not to spread information that has not been verified and to remove inaccurate posts. We've said this as well. And tomorrow, August 27th, Jeju province will hold a multi-agency meeting at the provincial government building to discuss how missing person and other emergency cases should be handled going forward. So there we go. All right. So yes, a lot of development happening with this case. Big question is, why did he do it? He wasn't getting any benefit from this, and he wasn't keeping more work by keeping these cases open. So police officers are also wondering why. Okay. Moving on. Now, this one is a more positive story we have today. According to Samda Daily, 12 sea turtles representing 3 different species will be released back into the ocean tomorrow, August 27th, at Jungmun Sekdal Beach in Seogwipo. All right, nice. This is a sea turtle ongoing in X-ray. Very nice. The turtles have either been rescued and treated after being injured or successfully hatched through conservation programs and are now ready to return to the wild. The release is being organized by the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries, working together with marine animal rescue and conservation organizations including Aqua Planet Yosu, Aqua Planet Jeju, and Sea Life Busan Aquarium. The group includes 6 green turtles, 2 loggerhead sea turtles, and 4 hawksbill sea turtles. Let's just hope they are all native to this area, okay? We don't just want to drop off sea turtles willy-nilly, okay? And organizers are taking special care to make the release as stress-free as possible. Rather than having people carry the turtles directly in the water, they'll use non-contact release method, allowing each turtle to make its way across the beach into the sea. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do because it's supposed to kind of like get the blood flowing, you know what I mean? So you got to let them struggle and move through the sand to, like, you know, get warmed up before they head into the sea. So you don't want to just drop them directly into the water. Several of the turtles will also be fitted with satellite tracking devices by the National Marine Biodiversity Institute of Korea. That's very nice. This is going to help them follow their movement and just give them data. Very nice. Yes, of course, we still need to worry about marine debris, fishing gear, and loss of degradation of their habitats, which we've also covered. So there you go. Very nice. Okay. And here is an image of their release. Very nice. This is in 2024. That was a previous release that they had. Okay, and finally, really quick, we're talking about a film festival. The 21st Jeju Film Festival opens this Sunday, August 30th, kicking off a 36-day run through October 4th at venues across the island. This year's festival looks beyond simply screening films, with a strong focus on Jeju's identity as an island, while also exploring broader themes of grief, loss, and memory. Okay, the opening ceremony takes place at 3 p.m. on August 30th at Lotte Cinema Jeju Yeondong with Hamnet. And then let's move on. Then the 3 films have been selected this year: The Sea of Whales, Memory, Shower Sea, and Halan. Okay, yes, and Halan we've also talked about as well. That has been making waves. And then the closing film will be Chung Ji-young's My Name, a film rooted in Jeju's history. Okay, very nice. So there you go. That is the big film festival going down starting Sunday. Okay, now moving on with C.Cle. Let's just hope we can get through this. All right. Okay, this is Jeju Drama, released in 2018. This is one of C.Cle's most distinctly Jeju-centered tracks, pairing a smooth G-funk sound with stories about some of the island's harsher realities. What makes the song especially striking is how calmly C.Cle tells these stories. Rather than dramatizing them, he paints the scenes almost like snapshots, reminding us that behind Jeju's beautiful scenery are also generations of complicated and painful memories. So here's C.Cle with Jeju Drama, and then we're going to get into what's going down in the GEC. Let's get it. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Boop, 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 boop. That is the GEC. And all my music is all over the place right now. Come on, Mark. Get it together. Where's song 5? There it is. Okay. This is So Much Drama by C.Cle.
born in Jeju Island. So beautiful place everywhere, right? But so much drama in every generation. This island sometimes feel like prison, sometimes more than worse, you know what I'm saying? Hey yo, let's go. So much drama in the 제주 island 공기가 얼마나 막듯 그것과 상관없이 Feel like I'm stuck 숨이 턱 막혔지 서울의 세배 넓이 섬은 알칸 스트레스 같았지 여춘에서 제주시를 거쳐서 올라가야 해 나와 같은 변종들은 그곳에서 살 수 있대 나보다 이를 꽉 물었던 여자 동창생 들은 언니들이 비명을 질렀던 시기에 집안 어른들의 공격을 받았지 여자가 무슨 공부냐면서 바다를 건널 수 없던 대학원서 그 이후로 소식이 끊겼지 I was born to luck Shit happens every day every year 어딜 가든 따라다니는 좋은 글씨 누구의 팔뚝에는 가나 누군 여자 누군 둘 다 적혀있지 So much drama in the everywhere So much drama in the So much drama in the So much drama in the everywhere So much drama in the everywhere So much drama in the 제주 안의 못을 알던 못을 봤던 입을 다물어 했던 4.3 사건의 피해자들의 트라우마는 여전히 강산이 7번 바뀌어도 트라우마는 여전히 yeah, It's not about politics but it is 낚시 송수 같은 섬에서 벌어진 관계 shit 알지도 못하는 이념에 따라서 빨갱이로 몰린 후에 살고 위해 경찰 군인들을 피해 도망쳐 있었지 지금 말에 불털라도 어쩔 수 없었지 아버지가 끌려가도 감히 울 수 없었지 그때 어땠냐고 나는 차마 물을 수 없었지 yeah, 어떻게든 사라지더라는 할머니의 외상 그 대가로 평생 사라지지 않을 충고시 어떤 섬은 온통 아픈 기억들을 안고 있지 So much drama in the everywhere So much drama in the 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 everywhere So much drama in the everywhere So much drama in the every places, every ghetto, every hood, every generation.
It's a beautiful day in the GEC, the global edu city. What's going on? What's going down? That's NLCS or SJA or KIS or BHA. What's going on? What's happening? What's going down in the GEC? All right, everybody, what's going down in the GEC? Let's bring it over. Beep, right there. Whoop. Nice. Okay. So we just got one story for today because we really want to get into Artist Spotlight. For today's GEC story, SJA Jeju once again is getting ready to welcome the next generation of global change makers. From September 11th through the 13th, SJA Jeju St. Johnsbury Academy, that is, in partnership with Inspire Citizens, will host a special leadership conference for middle school student leaders from Jeju and beyond. The 3-day program is all about helping young people become more thoughtful, confident, and responsible leaders. Students will take part in hands-on workshops, collaborative problem solving, and team building activities, all centered around the real world challenges. Along the way, they'll be encouraged to think critically, approach problems creatively, celebrate diversity, and importantly, lead with empathy, kindness, and a sense of global responsibility. So, this is much more than your typical school conference. It's also a chance for young leaders from different backgrounds to meet one another, exchange ideas, build confidence, and hopefully leave with the motivation to make a real difference in their own communities. The Global Change Makers Conference runs from September 11th to 13th at SJ Jeju. Pardon me. Oh man, sometimes a frog just wants to get out of you. You know what I mean? Just starts crawling up. You're like, no, stay down. Wait until the break, but nope. If you have a middle school student who wants to be interested, you can find more information and registration details through SJ's link in the bio and their Instagram at SJA Jeju. Okay, very cool. Now, we have to get right into artist spotlight because there is so much to cover. So let's get it. Where's the break, man? I am all over the place here. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Artist spotlight.
I get in trouble.
All right, welcome back. And yes, this is Artist Spotlight. Artist Spotlight today, bam, right here is, where is it? Where is he? It is, man, what is going on? I'm all over the place. Here we go, right here. Right there, it is C.Cle today. It is Thursday, which means it's time for our artist spotlight. And today, I really wanted to shine that spotlight on an artist we've been playing throughout the show, C.Cle. My introduction to C.Cle actually came through seeing him live. The first time I saw him was at Club Night in Day in Jeju City. Then I caught him again at Cinema Club back when it had its own location up in the hills of Harei. And I do have it here. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that was the old location, okay? And both times, I noticed immediately was his energy, okay? It's just him. And there's just a wit in what he does. He's funny, he's playful, and when he's performing, you can tell he's genuinely having a good time up there. It doesn't feel overly serious or calculated, but underneath all that fun, the rap skills, they're very tight. You can tell he's been doing it for a very long time, okay? And I particularly love seeing him perform with Joon. The two of them have such great chemistry on stage. They bounce one off each other. They joke around. There's this looseness and spontaneity to the performance that I really enjoy watching, okay? And after seeing C.Cle a few times, I started digging further into his music, and then you realize there's just so much to dig into. He's been doing this for a long time. There's full-length albums, EPs, singles, collaborations, his work in hip-hop band Dish Crimson. There's a substantial body of music there, and what I like is that C.Cle isn't just one thing. We've heard some of the laid back side of him today, songs that about slowing down, going to the beach, waiting for someone you love, walking around the city and enjoying the moment. But yeah, if you like songs like Jeju Drama, which we just played, where he's suddenly writing about inequality, the lives of women growing up in Jeju, and trauma of the April 3rd incident, there can be something poetic and observational about his writing. He notices places, peoples, even smells, weather, streets, and the sea, and then he puts those little details into a bigger story. And I think that's of a lot where he comes from. Oh, he was born in Gosan. Oh, did I know that? Wow, I used to live in Gosan, okay? Yeah, and let's see. I think we have more images here, but here we go. But a lot of young people growing up on an island, he also had that desire to get out and see the bigger world. I mean, a lot of hip hop artists, yeah, they want to make it in Seoul. Okay, today he's primarily based in Seoul while continuing to move back and forth to Jeju. And when we interviewed him, he said something that I thought explained his music really well. That even though he has now lived in Seoul for about as long as he lived in Jeju, he still feels like an outsider in the city. He told us when he walks around Seoul writing music, he finds himself looking for Jeju sea and wind inside the city. Very interesting. All those things that he grew up with, the ocean, the blue skies, the fields, the sunsets, the nights filled with stars, are still somewhere within his subconscious. So even when a song isn't explicitly about Jeju, Jeju is often still there. There's longing. There's sometimes an inferiority complex. Yes, okay, when you know, soul folk, they kind of look at Jeju folk a certain way, okay? Sometimes. Not all the times, not everybody, but, you know, it happens, okay? There's the experience of somebody from the countryside trying to make his way into the big city. And that brings us to how his sound has developed, okay? So yes, I think we are running about out of time, so we're just gonna move right along here. C.Cle, when he told us when he signed his first label in 2014, he was really focused on figuring out how to make G-Funk his own, okay? But eventually, he started feeling that G-Funk alone couldn't contain everything he wanted to express about himself. So he started listening to more indie music. He formed Dish Crimson began making beats himself and gradually started expanding these boundaries of what C.Cle could sound like. Okay, and I think that's what's important because we often introduce him as Korea's distinctive G-funk artist, but he's much broader than that now. Okay, you can hear that in artists he admires too. He mentioned Tyler the Creator. Oh, I love Tyler the Creator particularly because Tyler continues to bring and grow with every album. He also talks about Mac Miller as major musical role model, that combination of hip hop, indie sound bands, and relaxed music and melancholy. And of course, man, Tupac, West Side, of course, with those words and attitude that it had a huge impact to him. If you listen to his stuff, you can listen, there's a bit of West Coast to it. Yep. Method Man, Redman, oh yeah, were particularly influential on him as a live performer. C.Cle actually saw them perform in Sydney back in 2010. That's awesome. And watching two rappers completely command the stage, just turntables, left a huge impression on him. Okay, nice. So he's a rapper. He's a G-funk artist. He's part of the band. He makes beats. He writes something funny and ridiculously laid back and writes something deeply rooted in Jeju history and social reality. And the most important thing for us at Gecko Radio, he looks like he's having fun doing it. You know, I want to say that we look like we're having fun doing Gecko Radio, and we mess up. You can see this is live. We make mistakes, many mistakes, very often. But yes, there you go. Very nice, you guys. Yes, do check out. Okay, yes, they are talking about the films. My name is on there. Halan, I'm not sure if it's on Netflix, so do check it out. We're talking about the Jeju films of earlier. But yes, he's not slowing down. We're getting back to C.Cle here. He will be performing with Dish Crimson at Zandari Festival at Club FF in Hongdae on September 5th. If you are a Seoulite, Club FF is a household name when it comes to live music. From October, he's also working on a regular indie compilation performance at Rush Bar in Sinsa. I'm also familiar with Rush Bar. Also Sinsa, very nice. And for those of us here in Jeju, there's one especially worth putting on the calendar. Ben, you want to put this on your calendar? October 17th. Okay, at Madame Natalie Social Club in Hyupje. Yes, Madame Natalie Social Club. That is a very well-known establishment here in Jeju. C.Cle is scheduled to perform with Joon Lee. Oh, that'll be super fun. I'll be looking forward to that one. It's been a long time since I've been to Madame Natalie Social Club, so we should make the visit there. Born in Busan, carrying Jeju with him through Seoul and back again. Playful, thoughtful, laid back, and sometimes angry, sometimes romantic, and always unmistakably himself and unmistakably Jeju. That is C.Cle. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we have got a little bit of time left, so we're going to do Jeju Word of the Day, and then we're going to close things out, okay? So let's get this image off of here. Let's get it.
The Jeju word of the day. Yeah.
All right, tumong. All right, tumong is the Jeju word of the day. Tumong means a gap or a crack or a space in between. The Jeju equivalent of standard Korean word tum. Okay, you might use it for the gap between two objects or a crack in the door or simply a little space between things. There's also a word you hear, tumong competition, one of the signature programs at this year's Jeju Film Festival, a very Jeju way of naming a space where different stories and perspectives can emerge. Very nice. So that's it for today's show. That brings us today's artist spotlight on C.Cle. We hope you enjoyed it. We do apologize that we weren't able to play some of the songs all the way through. We've been able to all the way up to the day that we super need it. I don't get it. I'll have to talk to him, okay? But yes, we are heading back to Cinema Club in Namwon with Joon Lee and C.Cle. We just talked about them. They're going to be at Madame Natalie's in Hyupje, October 17th. Okay, so this is a preview to them. If you're here, C.Cle talks about he's never stopped creating, but as the years go by, it actually became harder to put your music out into the world and people approaching with it. Okay, approaching people with it. That is, his song turns these feelings of anxiety, hesitation, and fear into something creative. Also, almost like keeping a record of the struggle itself. And it feels fitting that it's made with the support of Cinema Club, a space and community C.Cle clearly has a lot of affection for and helped set up, rather, as well. Now continuing in a new form at Cinema Home. It's a beautiful way to close out today's spotlight. Tomorrow, oh man, it's Friday, Gecko Weekend Rundown. That's where we go through all the crazy stuff going on the weekend? Of course, tons of things. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sherry, for saying it's a great show. We definitely had it's Thursday. For some reason, Thursdays are jinxed and we make a lot of mistakes on Thursdays. So apologies for that, you guys. But I did see that our counter of live view count for like 1 millisecond went up to 18. I was like, oh, 18, that's the highest we've ever had. So if we ever reach 20, that is a milestone. We have also reached 500 followers on our Instagram, which is a big deal too. But yes, if we reach 20 live viewers, that would be crazy. That'd be amazing. Okay. But really, we cannot do it without you guys in the chat. You know, Sherry, Verito, Pablo, Halsey, Ben, okay, Chrissy, all you guys. I hope I'm not missing it. We have Paho as well. ICG, they weren't with us today, but we're so thankful that when they do join, Jesus Loves Choi. Thank you so much, Chrissy. I think I've already said you, but I'll say you twice. There you go, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. And let's close this out with Bar Talk. And it is really cool because it is a single live take. No cuts were taken. So do enjoy. This is C.Cle and Joon Lee. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Gecko Weekend Rundown. See you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Bye.
술자리에 모여 이런저런 사는 얘기 모두 아저씨가 됐네 몇 살이 아닌 애긴 말을 텄어 벌써 그렇게 됐니 어느 지점에서 갈라서 DB became different I'm still doing music 여전히 꿈을 주는 중 그래서 니들보단 덜 늙었어요 비추 축의금이 없어 내 결혼식에 가지 못했단 얘긴 참아 하지 못한 지 비우는 술 따먹는 농담한 게 한 이야기 꽃밭 조금씩 겉돌기 시작한 내 스토라인 더 이상 깊이 끼어들지 못하고 입 대신 귀 비중을 늘리려 했지만 커졌지 거리감 내 이야기는 사지 못한 친구들의 공감 내 이야기가 안 팔려 내지 못했던 술값 어디에도 끼어들 틈이 보이지 않았던 이야기 책장 비워진 술 대신 채워진 이런저런 생각들
Don't wake me up Falling out of the scene Are we still in a dream? Must be some kind of scheme Don't leave me alone Don't leave me alone Don't leave me alone Don't leave me alone Are we still in a dream?
무슨 가스를 쓰지 이것저것 그저 후보들을 세우고 하나씩 지워 이건 너무 딥해 이건 내 얘기가 아닌데 이건 내 공을 산 뒤에 남은 건 넌 음악을 하기 전 List no one 여슬쩍인 음악을 들으면 가슴에 와닿았었는데 음악을 시작하고 나서 달라져버린 감성 Rock code I just follow my own 너와 입는 옷 쓰는 말 가치관이 달라졌는데 어떻게 내 음악에 너에게 닿을까 날 음악으로 이끌었던 뮤지션들은 어떻게 했을까 세상과 어떻게 잘 지낼까 그냥 실력이 없는 걸까 재능이 없는 걸까 애초에 맞지 않은 옷을 억지로 입었던 걸까 떠들썩한 술자리 속 이런저런 생각 들키기 전에 먼저 집에 가고 싶다 집에 가면 무슨 가사를 쓸까
Don't wake me up Falling out of the scene Are we still in a dream? Must be some kind of scheme